today, excuse me, we want to talk about building emotional capacity for your business and ensuring that your business grows through or leveraging the power of what I call emotional capacity. Now, this is not something that is talked about a lot for several reasons, right? Many people really don't understand it. For many people, it feels like something that is wishy-washy, something that you cannot really place your finger on. But, it'll be a mistake to think that it is wishy-washy. It'll be a mistake to think that emotional capacity, the subject of emotional capacity, is something that is not or deep. As a matter of fact, it is actually very, very important and very deep, right? So, firstly, what is emotional capacity? And let's take it up from there, right? Emotional capacity refers to your ability to overcome limiting beliefs. Your ability to overcome limiting beliefs, your ease in adapting to challenging situations. Please take note of that. Your ability to overcome limiting beliefs and your ease in adapting, right, to challenging situations, and the quality of your relationships, all right? Your ease in adapting to challenging situations and the quality of relationships. The problem is this: many people don't realize that emotions play a very significant part in our ability to grow our business, right? You know why? The reason is very simple, right? Emotions are energy. I'll say that again. Emotions generate energy, okay? When you feel joyful, you feel energized to do certain things. When you feel sad, when you feel bad, your energy levels are low. So when you understand, right, that the feeling of joy, the feeling of excitement helps with your energy levels, right? One of the things you understand is that you must bring in positive energy into your organization. Now, why is this very important in business? And I'll tell you a few things. Firstly, when you go into your organization, you imagine you have a staff meeting on a Monday morning and you guys are discussing your business and all those types of things, but your energy is low. What will happen is that the energy of everybody else in the room will align with the energy of the most senior person within the organization. If you come into that meeting and you are grouchy, if you come into that meeting and you're not excited about the day, if you come into that meeting and it looks like as if you would rather be somewhere else, that energy, people will pick up on it within the office, within the room, and they will follow along what you are doing. So one of the reasons why you find that people may be leaving your organization is because you just bring in bad energy into the room, right? Listen, if you have people who bring in terrible energy into your organization, you must find a way to either correct it or ship them out, because a person with bad energy is like a rotten apple in the midst of good apples. Very soon, all the other good apples will become like the rotten apple. So you must understand that having positive energy is very, very critical. And it comes from a place of the way you feel about yourself, all right? Your ability to overcome limiting beliefs, your ability to engage and adapt to challenging situations in your business. One of the reasons why many people fail in business is that they lack the emotional capacity and the emotional wherewithal to overcome challenges. When life knocks you down, you need strong emotions to be able to get back and come back better and come back stronger. But when that emotional capacity is lacking, what you will find is that you're in a situation where you are looking for others and looking for plenty of people to encourage you and do all those types of things. It's not saying that nobody needs to encourage you. It's just saying that you are lacking emotional capacity to overcome the challenge. One of the prayers we pray for business is what we call bounce back ability. In other words, the ability to bounce back from challenging situations. What that means is that you have the emotional wherewithal to overcome the challenge. You have the emotional strength and capacity to overcome whatever issues you are going through at any time. So good emotions gives you positive energy and gives everyone else around you the same positive energy, right? And I'm saying this because I used to be like that. I radiate negative energy. Sometimes I'm angry and I don't even know why I'm angry. Right? Imagine that, right? You radiate so much bad energy that you are angry, you are upset, you don't even know why you're upset. Right? And that's because you are carrying negative energy, you are carrying negative emotions all over the place. And what that does is that it limits your ability to affect your business in a significant way. Because it is the energy that you bring into the room that you use and you leverage within your business. So it's very, very important that you understand this, right? This is not some emotional, feely, washy-wishy stuff. This is real. This is the real deal. And I'm saying this to you because, listen, I have a mentor that, he's one of the masters of his emotions. I don't know how he does it, right? There was a time that he was going through challenges in his office. In fact, he was literally going to lose his business because they were doing some corporate governance reviews and all those types of things. But you will never know. If he doesn't tell you, you will never know. There are people that whenever they are going through one challenge, the whole world, they carry it on their face like as if they're about to die. Listen, because you must learn how to be strong for the people that you are leading in your organization. A friend of mine organized the concert. She had collected one of the best halls, right, in the city of Lagos. She had done publicity, she had done all of that. All of a sudden, on the day of the event, people did not show up. So I went there and I was trying to, encourage and all of that. But she was surprisingly calm, because one of the things that happens, one of the worst things that can happen to you when you organize an event is that people don't show up. She was surprisingly calm, everything. So I said to her, why are you this calm? She said, look, I have to be strong for my people. Why? Because if you start losing it the way all your team members are losing it, then your organization is finished. It is all over. So you must learn how to master your emotions. That's why it is important. No one likes being around somebody that draws energy. Because when you have negative emotions, you draw energy. You suck energy out of the room. No one likes being around people like that. That's why the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, it says, guard your heart with all diligence, because out of your heart are the factors, are the forces that control your life. So what that means is that if you can guard your emotions and guard the things that come out of your heart, right, you can control your life. The person that can control your emotions and make you feel in a particular way is the one that has control over you. That's the reality. Warren Buffett said it this way, that if you react in every situation, you will suffer emotionally. And when you suffer emotionally, before you know what's happening, you're looking for a pity party. Before you know what's happening, you're not doing what you should be doing as a business owner. Why? Because you've allowed your emotions to get the best of you. And you've not risen above that. All right, so it's very, very important. It's very, very important that you must understand, out of your heart, out of your being, comes the energy that dictates how your life goes. The energy for life comes out of your heart. That's why it says guard that heart, because if the right emotions and the right energy can come out of that heart, then your life you will always make the right decisions. People get into trouble and they make the wrong decisions because they've allowed the emotions and the things that they are going through emotionally to cloud their judgment and their ability to think through issues. So what I'm talking to you about today is not touchy, it's not feely, emotional. No. It's real. It's real, because that is where we lead from. That is where we lead from. Now, many of us give excuses for our poor attitude most times, right? And based on the things that are going on around us. In other words, we are the way we are because things are not going well. Listen, let me say this to you. You need to reverse it. It's not because things are not going well that you are sad. It's because you are focusing on the things that are not going well that you are sad. In other words, life is neutral. Good and bad happens at the same time. What you focus on becomes your reality. So if you focus on the things that are not going on too well, that will become your reality, and that will become your reason d'etre, to become the things that surround you. Listen, very little things can disturb you. In the city of Lagos, right, you have people called local government council. If you run a business and you have a shop, right, chances are that they visited you before. And that alone can spoil your mood and spoil your day. You asked your staff to go out and do something, all right, and customs seized your truck. That in itself can cause you to have a terrible energy and terrible attitude for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month. You now have to incur additional expenses to bail out the vehicle from the road safety officials. So you allow that energy, you allow those emotions to cloud your judgment and cloud your ability to see what you need to do to break through in your business. This thing that I'm telling you, it affects a lot of people, especially those who call themselves entrepreneurs. I was talking to a gentleman who just started out in a particular kind of business, and I was like, he said that, I'm so stressed. I said, why are you stressed? He said, because the truck that he's waiting for to come and help him carry their goods, the truck has been saying he's on his way, and the truck has not yet come. I said, can you imagine what is stressing you? A truck that you are waiting for to come and carry the goods, because the guy hasn't come, now you are stressed. There are bigger things that will stress you in business. You cannot allow certain things stress you. Why? Once your emotions are clogged up, your ability to take the right decisions will be clogged up. And I know you know what I'm talking about. So, and let me say this to you. Only infants have limited capacity to tolerate distress. I'll say that again. Only infants have limited capacity to tolerate distress. That is why if they wee on themselves, they are crying. If they are hungry, the slightest sign of hunger, they are crying. The slightest sign of discomfort, they are crying. You cannot afford to be that kind of a person as an entrepreneur. You must grow beyond that and build capacity in your emotions and achieve emotional stability in the things that you do. That's why babies cry as much as they do. The reason is because their capacity, all right, to bear pain, their threshold for pain is very small. So, let's try and wrap this up. How do you build your emotional capacity? All right, Luke chapter 21 verse 19. Bible says in Luke 21:19, this was a place of scripture where, they had started asking Jesus that, what are the signs that you are going to show up? What is this and that? What's going to happen? And what's going to happen here and there, right? In Luke 21:19, Jesus said something. He says, in your patience, possess ye your souls. In other words, listen, your soul will be tested a lot, especially when things are not going well. You must learn the capacity to grab a hold of your mind and your emotions, even though things are not going too well. It says, in your patience, possess ye your souls. The biggest time, right, to be emotionally strong is when there are challenges and things are overwhelming. The biggest time, the time you need to be emotionally strong is when there are challenges and things are overwhelming. Nobody we don't want to know whether you are strong when things are going well. We know whether you are strong when things are not going well. Very important to understand. So, and listen, capacity is built before the day it is required. You cannot say you are building capacity on the day of battle. Before the battle starts, you must have built the capacity to overcome that battle. So, what are 4 or 5 things that you can do to build your emotional capacity? Number 1, meditation. Meditation. Now, what does that mean? Meditation here refers to, number 1, identifying emotions that you want and take time to meditate over them every morning. Seeing yourselves in those emotions in spite of how your day went. In other words, you must learn to conquer your emotions internally first. How does this work in practical terms? Because I like to be practical. If you know me and you know anything about the Market Faith platform, we try to be as practical as possible because we don't believe in ambiguity. I'm not trying to impress you, right? I've gone beyond that. What I'm trying to do is to really help you succeed in the business that you're doing. So, what does that mean? The first thing you need to do is, let's assume you're a grouchy person, you are a cantankerous person, you are all these things. You want to be a joyful person. When you wake up in the morning, before you check your phone, before you do anything, think about those emotions of what joyfulness looks like. Spend time meditating and asking yourself, what does a joyous businessman look like? What does a joyful businesswoman look like? Run through the challenges that you will go through typically in your day and see yourself in your mind overcoming those challenges already and not losing your joy in spite of the bad news that you hear or the bad reports that you hear. Meditate through that. See yourself that way. Listen, I learned this from The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne Johnson says, listen, one of the reasons why he says you can't outwork me is that he spends time in the morning, 15 minutes every day, meditating on what he wants to do. Listen, have you ever wondered why athletes and all these people are able to keep going day in, day out in their exercise routine and all those things? Because in their mind, they have already exercised before they go and exercise. That's the power of meditation. Meditation helps you overcome that thing before you get there. Why? Your mind cannot really tell between reality and fiction. So when you meditate, you are fictionally overcoming that situation so that when you get into that situation, you can overcome it in real life. Do you see what I'm saying here? So, but in your mind, in your emotions, in your meditation, you have first of all overcome. So in your meditation, you already see yourself as a victorious person, so that as you go through your day, you manifest the victory that you see yourself as already. Do you understand what I'm saying? Does it make sense? So it's very, very important that you understand it. The power of meditation. Some of us do meditation wrong. That's why it seems like as if it's not working. Because what you need to do is to sit down, settle down. You are too much in a hurry. Settle down, just 15 minutes every day. If you practice this every day for the next 1 month, I can guarantee you that your life will not remain the same. I can guarantee you that things will not continue the way they are. Guaranteed. Because this is the victory. This is the secret of people that are champions. They are champions on the inside first before they come and become champions on the outside. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meditation. The second thing is this: reject stereotypes. Reject stereotypes. What does that mean? Stereotypes are limiting beliefs that people have about themselves, about their lives, and all those types of things. What does that mean? For example, I shared this. I think I shared this last week. I was going to work. I think it was Monday. On a Monday morning, and I saw, 2 vehicles that had hit themselves, right? And they were arguing and they were complaining. And something said to me that, how can you be arguing like this on a Monday morning? And all of a sudden, I felt the Spirit of God rebuke me and say, listen, why do you have a stereotype that certain things should not be happening on Monday mornings? Because many people have different stereotypes. Some people is the fact that I must have built my house by the time I'm 40. That's a stereotype. It's something that you are telling yourself that is not necessarily so and is not necessarily true. And if you don't overcome it, those stereotypes will keep you in bondage. I know people who are sad because they believe that they should be somewhere else at this stage in their life, not where they are right now. And because of that, they refuse to enjoy where they are today. Stereotypes. You must reject stereotypes. There is nothing that says that at 35 you must have a private jet. There is nothing that says that at 40 you must have built your house. It's a good thing. If it can happen, praise the Lord. But if it doesn't happen, that is not the reason to destroy your life. Because what we've done is that we have accepted stereotypes that limit our emotions and causes problems for us. So reject stereotypes. Refuse to allow yourself think in a stereotypical way. When you catch yourself, correct yourself. When you catch yourself doing it, correct yourself immediately. Number 3, find people whose energy you love and hang out with them often. Number 3, find people who you love their energy and hang out with them. Iron sharpeneth iron. Wood does not sharpen iron. Find people who have positive energy and choose to allow them influence your own energy. If you have staff members in your office who always have positive energy, listen, get them around you enough. Let them hang around you more than anybody else. If you have friends who are always cheerful, who seem like nothing wrong, nothing bad can ever get to them, hang out around them and let them infect you. One of the things I had to do personally was to ask one of my mentors, how do you stay positive? Because I got to a point where I was just almost always angry. Now I'm in a much better place. Listen, there are very few things right now that you will do to me that will get me, that it will affect me for a long time. Before, I will take that issue, put it on my head for days. So, do not be that kind of a person. Find people that you can speak with, find mentors that you can talk to, and they can help and advise you on what you can do. Number 4, resist the urge to tell everyone about the challenges that you are going through. Resist the urge to tell everyone about the challenges you are going through. Misery loves company. Everybody that is going through a challenge likes to find people who are willing to listen, to tell them about the challenges that they are going through. Resist that urge. Do not be that kind of a person. Refuse to be that kind of a person. Refuse to be the person that is always complaining. Refuse to be the person, right, that always has a negative thing to say and to talk about. Because these are the things that affect you. These are the things that affect your emotions. Are we still together? All right? So resist the urge to tell everyone about the challenges that you're going through. Look for 2-3 friends that you can confide in. Talk to them. That's it. Everybody else is on a need-to-know basis. They don't need to know. Because what happens is that people now start engaging people and start looking for pity party and start looking for people talking all over the place. Listen, and the only thing a pity party can do is to pity you. And pity helps no man. The last thing I'll say to you is this before we close. Number 5, enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Enjoy the journey of life, not just the destination. I'll say that to you again. Enjoy the journey of life, not just the destination. And this thing, what I'm saying is this: do not postpone your joy. Many of us have postponed our joy to the day that we achieve a particular goal. In other words, when I get the promotion, I will be happy. On your way to getting the promotion, enjoy the journey. Hang out with friends. Go out. Gist. Have drinks. Watch comedy. Do whatever makes you happy. Do not postpone your excitement and your joy until the point you achieve something. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey with your children. Enjoy the journey with your spouse. Listen, yes, you don't have all the money that you need in the world today, but that doesn't mean that Valentine cannot happen tomorrow. Yes, enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey. Go out, go somewhere. You don't have to spend any money. Drive around the city of Lagos. Drive around your city. Sit down and watch the sunset. Enjoy the journey. Too many of us want to be happy when we have achieved something. That's not the way life works. If you always do that, you know why? Because as human beings, we are insatiable many times. And so what that means is that whenever we achieve something, we're looking for the next thing to achieve. And as long as that is the case, you will always be postponing your joy and excitement. So, live in the moment. So, for example, if you're hanging out with your friends and you guys go to the beach, don't get to the beach and be telling yourself that, what am I doing here? I should be at home working. I should be coding on my laptop. I should be doing this. I should be doing that. If you're at the beach, be at the beach. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Drink your Chapman, whatever it is that you want to drink. There are things that you shouldn't be drinking, don't drink those ones. Drink the one that you should drink. But have a good time. Laugh with the people that are there with you. Don't be a downer, a Debbie Downer. Don't be the one that is always bringing down the energy in the place where you are. Because if you are like that, nobody will want to hang out with you. Listen, what I'm telling you today is one of the biggest secrets in your business. Why? Once people know you as the person who is full of life and energy, you attract the right people to work with you in your organization. Have you ever met people that you just feel like, listen, I want to work with this guy. I just want to work for this guy. Why? There is something about them. They create and emit positive energy. They have mastered their emotions. They don't allow their emotions get the best of them. The world may be crumbling at home. If they're at work, they're at work. They don't allow what is at home enter what is at work. That's the way you ought to be. So, we've shared 5 things today that I believe will be very helpful for you and your business, right? In terms of ensuring that you build emotional capacity. Please go back and watch this video. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe on the channel, but go back and watch it again. And I want you to play this thing over and over again. Take what I said about meditation very seriously. Please, take what I said about meditation very, very seriously. Because these are the secrets. These are the things that you will not find in Google. These are the things you will not find online. And what I'm telling you, right, are things that I've spent years learning. Because I spent years studying and trying to decode how people do the things that they do. I want to say a big thank you to you today for joining me today on Market Faith. Thank you. Our time is fast spent. Thank you so much.